Hello everybody, welcome back to Games with Scotty. I'm Scotty, and before we get started, really quickly, really quickly, I want to show you a couple games that I've got. Because once Danganronpa comes to a close, we're gonna take on a couple of the games, probably Danganronpa 2 as well. But like, this shit takes so much out of me, and I don't want Danganronpa to be the only game I ever play for the next year. So with that in mind, we Life is Strange Before the Storm had a their bonus episode just came out, so we could do that. It'll probably just be like a one episode thing. Oh, I pre-ordered Detroit Become Human because y'all already know I'm playing that, and it came with Heavy Rain, which is amazing. It'll be like a just the highlights thing, kind of like I did with Super Mario World. I cut down the entire game down to like an hour. We could also play Fortnite. I'm not good at it, but there's fucking Fortnite if you want. And I already play Overwatch. So without further ado, let's continue on with Danganronpa. Oh, I always feel like I'm cheating when I go back and edit and I notice things. But I'll show you what I noticed when we get to it. I forgot to save again. Alright, I'll catch you guys in a moment.
A few moments later.
Okay, after... You know what, that didn't take that long. You could just... I didn't realize you could just skip through most of the dialogue by holding down circle. So that saved me quite a bit of time. But anyway, what I wanted to say... What I noticed in editing... You can't even tell anymore, but... the body, when we found the body, the robe, the white, like, robe that they were wearing was put on backwards. For some reason. Like, the stab wound was in the back, but the mask was facing forward, which doesn't make a lot of sense. It looks like a kind of an oversight. Maybe this is not actually the person that attacked me. I have a feeling about that. But let's take a closer look at the body, I guess. I should take a close look at the body one more time. Watch yourself, Makoto. She may be dead, but she's still a girl. Don't worry, I don't plan on touching the body all that much. I'm not Kyoko after all. So, she's dead. You can touch that body all you want. She has a couple red nails for some reason. Let's start over here at the breastises. Hold on, there's something on the ground there. Oh, come on. It looks like a USB drive. There's something next to the body. It's a key? Is it what Kyoko took from Monokuma? But what did you steal? I stole this. A key. But looking at it, I could tell it wasn't just any key. It was shaped like Monokuma. It was probably the only key of its kind on Earth. That's right. The key she stole was shaped like Monokuma. This isn't anything like that. Then the key is... What is it? Did you find something? Yeah, it was on the ground near the body. I've never seen this key before. What could it possibly go to? So even you don't know then. Makoto, I'm going to give you a very important task. Huh? The key might give you access to certain areas we thought were locked. You mean the biolab, the data center, the headmaster's room, and the dorm rooms on the second floor. It's in your hands. So I'm your errand boy now? What the heck? Okay, so now... What? But the body is still back... What? What if I want to look at the body a little more? Okay, well, do I have to check every single room? Because I don't care about the biolab. I want to go, to the headmaster's room. Definitely locked before. Let's give it a shot. And... It fits! Then this key is the data center. I managed to unlock the data center. I guess all that running around paid off. I have to go tell everyone else. I immediately headed back to the garden. No, go into the data center. Hurry up before they lock it again. So you're back. How'd it go? I found out which room the key goes to. It's the data center, down on the 4th floor. Then we can get into the data center now? Interesting. But why did the deceased have the key on them? I suppose we just have to go and check the data center. Yeah, I think you're right. What? No, we still don't know who the body is. Why did you stop looking at the body? I don't get you guys. Here we are. Look at the door. It's still unlocked. Hey, so when you open the door, there's not going to be another huge kaboom like before, right? You're asking that question now? Don't worry. We have Makoto. What? It's in your hands. Again? It means I trust you. That's an absolute lie. I'm just being used. Hey, Toko, you want to go ahead and take this one for me, please? Master told you he trusts you? Master told you that. Well, don't let it get to your head. Okay, so I guess she doesn't want to do it. Fine, I'll do it. I reached out and put my hand on the door. I closed my eyes and tried to clear my mind. With a silent prayer, I slowly opened the door. Kaboom! No, what is it? Nothing happened. After making sure I was still alive, I slowly opened my eyes. Oh my god, that's freaking creepy. In a word, the room was strange. I mean, all the rooms up until now were strange, but this room had a special kind of strangeness. It wasn't a surface fear like the rest of the school. Here, the fear was lurking beneath the surface. The room was filled with that kind of dread. Hey, that's... Hero extended a trembling hand and pointed. Look at all those monitors on the wall. Look what they're showing. Each monitor displayed a different section of the school. The dorms, the classrooms, every part of the school was covered. This is... What? It's a direct feed from every single surveillance camera. All the cameras in the school feed back into this room, and they're displayed here on the monitors. So the sole purpose of this room is to watch us. To watch us? Then the room is the mastermind's private room, without a doubt. The mastermind's room. I guess that makes sense. So the mastermind was here. But where is he now? Watching us. Then I think this settles it. Huh? The body in the garden? If they had the key to this room, it could only mean one thing. That was the body of Mukuro Ikusaba, and she was the mastermind. Then the mastermind is dead? Like really, really dead? It would seem so. For serious? It's too bad they had to go and die before Master can kill him himself. The mastermind is dead? Could that really be true? Does that mean it's all over? I don't think so, because I mean that body. Whatever happened, they obviously didn't die a natural death. So what is that? But if the mastermind really is dead, that means we can finally get out of this hellhole. We gotta hurry up and find the exit. Come on. No, we have to check this area thoroughly first. Huh? But what about the exit? If the mastermind truly is dead, we can leave whenever we decide to. But right now, we need to find out why the mastermind set up this life or death game in the first place. And I'm bothered by the fact that the mastermind was obviously murdered. Murdered? So you think so too, huh? Naturally. The state of the corpse makes it plain as day. There's absolutely no doubt. The mastermind was murdered. Why's it gotta be that way? I mean, who could have even done it? That's exactly why I said we need to investigate the purpose and identity of the mastermind. Now do you understand, you useless insect? You're banned from talking to Master ever again. The mastermind's purpose and why they were killed? This room may very well hold the answer to those questions. After all, the mastermind must have spent who knows how much time here. Okay then, let's begin our search. It's time to uncover the identity of the mastermind. You really think that's what's gonna happen here? I don't know what happened to him, but I don't think he's dead. There's nothing showing up on this one. You look next to that TV. Isn't it an antenna? It is. It's just like one my grandma uses. It's totally one of those high-def antennas. Wait, so if you hook the antenna to the TV, we could watch TV? Did someone see TV? Well, Saturday morning Hina's here. What are you talking about? Anyway, if we can watch TV, let's do it. Come on. Ah, so you're all starved for the info from the outside world, huh? Alright, let me work my magic and you'll be quantum leaping your way to TV land before you know it. I mean, I get the reference, but what's he talking about? Is he working on it? Alright. It looks like this is the place where he was sitting. There's a bunch of computers all lined up. They look like high-performance PCs, nothing like the ancient laptop Alter Ego was installed on. They're all on, but they seem to be locked. So what, we can't do anything? Just use your fighting spirit to force your way in. What century are you from? The mastermind must have been using these monitors in the network. And Alter Ego. You may well be right about that. But there's no point in thinking about it now. You're right. This door's kind of creepy. It's got a picture of Monokuma on it. What could be inside? No luck. The door's locked, huh? But what if you use that key to open that room? Let's give it a try, just in case. Nope, no good. It won't even fit in the keyhole. Oh. Well, don't worry about it. Everything's fine. The mastermind's dead, right? Something's gonna happen to us. Yeah, I guess you're right. I can't stop thinking about the door with Monokuma's picture on it. But worrying about it isn't gonna do me any good. Hina's right. The mastermind's gone, so there's nothing to be afraid of anymore.
You know?
Oh. What's wrong? Good news for all of you. My Saturday morning kitties. Good news for all you Saturday morning kitties out there. I think I got the TV working. Really? Now all we gotta do is switch it on.
What?
Then do it. Freaking idiot mastermind. You guys need to cut free from your regrets of the outside world. And they were sitting here watching TV the whole time. They really thought they could get away with it. Huh? It's a feed coming from the surveillance camera monitoring of this room, isn't it?
What the heck?
This is weird.
Come on.
Hey, what are you doing?
Huh?
That's really weird. You're weird. Weird in every way possible. And not just weird, super weird. But this TV isn't hooked up to anything but the antenna. So how is it showing the camera feed? Did you try changing the channel? Oh, good idea. Let's give that a try. Hero went through each channel one by one. But on every channel, it was just us. It was a live feed of us standing there in the data center.
What the heck?
What? Is it broken or something? No, there must be some kind of trick to it. Some weird setup. Ah! Oh god. Ooh, that scared me. Ooh, a trick? What kind of trick?
Actually,
I'm not sure, but... Huh? Huh? Been a while, you freaking bastards. Monokuma? How? You're supposed to be dead. Me? Dead? Don't be freaking stupid. Hey, you're acting kind of strange. Something seems different.
Of course.
I'm different. Evolution is perfectly natural. After all, I've been hibernating for 2 years already. Not even. It's been like half a day at most. How are you alive again? Oh yeah, that's it. You look at your faces right now is sublime. That's what I wanted to see. The moment you went from hope to despair. Don't tell me you pretended to be dead. All for this moment. Why would a bear pretend to be dead? You're the ones who should be pretending to be dead when you see a bear. I mean, that's totally laughable. It makes me laugh. I'm gonna laugh now. And that's that. Well, it's almost time to cut off your past, so full of hope, and begin to despair at the future ahead of you. I want you all to have way more fun in this killing game. You can't be serious. We have to keep going? No, we're supposed to get out of here. Get out of here? Are you still obsessed with getting out of here? How do you not get it? There is no getting out of here. And besides, this life isn't all that bad, you know? I mean, there's stuff you won't like about life no matter where you are. Are you serious? This place is the worst. If it's the worst, does that mean you're in despair? Oof, I'm pooped from all that laughing. Guess I'll just get to the point now. The point? You guys really struck gold when you found that TV. Yes, indeed, that TV is an essential part of your school life here. I knew it was hiding a secret of some kind, but I connected the antenna, so why is it just showing us a surveillance feed? Look at how attentive they are now. Well then, I'm gonna let you in on a blood-gushing secret and tell you about it. That TV is absolutely without a doubt displaying the signal coming in on the antenna. But what does that mean? It's displaying the signal, but this is just us standing here. You're so stupid. Don't you get it? Fine, I'll just tell you. This killing game is being broadcast live to the entire world. It's the most popular thing on TV. What? This killing game is being broadcast live to the entire world. It's the most popular thing on TV. It doesn't matter how many times he said it. I don't know what I'm supposed to mean. I mean, even if it understood the words, I'm not sure it understood the deeper meaning. What? Broadcast live to the entire world? What kind of bad joke is this? It can't be. How have they taken over the airwaves somehow? This camera feed is being broadcast? No way, that's impossible. That kind of overconfidence is a major weakness in your crisis management system, you know that? All you need is one weird trick I found, and hijacking the airwaves is easy mode. Are you being serious right now? I heard a kind of creaking, but the sound was coming from my own mind. Like a boat tossing in the ocean, my man began to creak and groan. Everything has a meaning, you know. And those hints I gave you, all those tantalizing tidbits about the school's mysteries, even me luring you here right now. Why would I do any of that without a reason? It was all for my captive audience, to show them true despair like they've never seen before. I became the director of a despair-based production. This is the ultimate reality show, the best in despair entertainment. You're lying. If this was on TV, the police and everyone else would be going crazy. Yeah, there's no way they would have tried to come. They wouldn't have tried to come and rescue us. What if they already did? Huh? But then again, it's not really any of their business, right? Sure, some people might yell at their TV and try to warn you, but who would actually come here to help? Don't you think that's possible? I really don't know personally, though. So whatever.
This can't be.
But to take control of all communications like that, you need an astronomical amount of resources. Yep. So how could things have come this far? Well, that's a secret. There's something you all need at first, remember? What? Yeah, duh. There's a little business of...
A body has been discovered. After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
Huh? Class trial? Do you mean... I'll leave the next Monokuma file right here. Everyone give it all you got, okay? Okay. Things are gonna get crazy from here on out. You're in for a heck of a ride.
I can't wait!
And then he was gone. Reality was incomprehensible. The truth hopelessly out of reach. All we were left with was despair. Man, that sucks. We stood there for I don't know how long, frozen in place. I couldn't think. It took everything I had just to keep myself standing upright. I don't understand any of this. What's despair entertainment, and how is he still alive?
Sick of this.
I thought that finally we could get out of here. And plus, what did he say about a class trial? Well, that part's obvious. The class trial is the class trial. What it means is that at this point, we have to figure out who the culprit is. Figure out who killed Kyoko. What? What are you talking about? I thought Makura Ikusawa was the one who died. The victim was female, right? Kyoko certainly fulfills that condition. And if Monokuma is still alive and active, that means that the mastermind, Makura Ikusawa, isn't dead. But what if Makuru isn't, you know? So naturally that body can't belong to her, so it must be Kyoko. There's no other possibility. The body is Kyoko's? Kyoko's been murdered? No, it's not possible. Because I don't know anything about her yet. I don't even know who she really is. To have it end like this. I don't believe it. I refuse to believe it. Whether you believe it or not, it doesn't matter. The truth is the truth. If you refuse to believe, it's your responsibility to uncover the truth yourself. Myself? Anyway, we'd better begin. But if we're going to have a class trial, then that means the killer...
That's right.
Correct. There must be someone participating in our school life. Wait, so you're saying one of us killed Kyoko? Well, that's not precisely what I'm saying, no. Huh? But you just said... I don't have time to explain now. There is a veritable mountain of issues that I need to confirm. So I'm going to begin my search. If you value your lives, you'll put everything you have into this. That's how this game works, after all. Well, shit. Well, I better start by checking out the Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. Come on. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. He had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. Wounds that were several days old. So even the Monokuma file doesn't tell us who the victim actually was. The unidentified body. Could he really be Kyoko? Or... I have no choice. I have to investigate. I have to uncover the truth for myself. No matter what, I have to find out what happened, or we're all dead. I need to go back to the scene of the crime. Back to the garden. Alright, let's fucking go then. But I want... stupid data center. Okay, time to get started. I need to check everyone that must be important, from one end to another. I just need to do what I always do. Let's go back to the body, I guess. If I check the body more thoroughly, maybe then we'll find for sure if it's Kyoko or not. I don't think it is, especially because the hair isn't like... The hair is brown, and Kyoko's hair is pink. The upper half of the body got set on fire in an explosion, so it's totally blackened. Also, the top half of the body is wet. Oh, yeah, yeah. That's because it got set on fire and I threw water on it. Since I only threw water on the part that was on fire, the top half, the bottom half is still dry. Where did we even get the water? In other words, there's nothing strange about the top half being wet. There isn't, right? Huh. Now that you mention it. Huh. Oh, Byakuya. Oh, you're being suspicious right now. Why did you ask me to throw water on her? And where did you even get the water? Oh, that's a question I want an answer to. Alright, anyways. Let's see here. Huh? There's something weird about the body's fingernails. These are fake nails. They're really long. They seem like they'd get in the way of a normal activity. Fake nails have been added to the truth bullet section of her handbook. There's also something on the back of her right hand. Is that a tattoo? It got burned, so I can't make out the whole thing, but it looks like it's a picture of a dog or something. I've never seen anything like it before. Tattoo on the right hand. Okay. Let's look at the hips. The white jacket the victim was wearing got totally burned up. There's only a little piece left. She had it on backwards. Damn it. The lower half of the body didn't get wet at all. After the body blew up, the top half got set on fire, so I dumped a bucket of water on it. Which explains why the bottom half isn't wet. There isn't anything strange about that, right? Keep saying that, makes me think maybe there is something weird about it. Well, what's this? These look like fragments of something. They're all burnt, so I can't be sure, but I feel like I've seen something like it before. But where? Wait, was it there? I had to double check that later. Fragments near the dead body. I think I know where that's from. Over here. This is the panel that controls the sprinklers. They're set to turn on at 7:30 every morning, and Monokuma said the time positively couldn't be changed. Huh? Hold on. So the sprinklers turn on at 7:30 each morning, right? Then, if the body was here before then, the sprinklers would have gotten it wet. Which would mean the murder must have taken place... Oh. Between 7:30 and when we found her, which was, I don't remember when, probably like 8. There's a knife lying on the ground. Is this... It must be the knife that was stuck in the body before it exploded. The force... Oh, you see? It looks like the jacket is on backwards. I don't know what that means, but it's suspicious. And why aren't the arms in the armholes? It's weird. It just looks like the body is covered by the thing instead of her wearing it. The force of the explosion must have thrown it over there. What? But there's no blood on it. The Monokuma file said the knife went all the way through the body from front to back. Does that mean the knife is what caused the fatal injury? Either way, this knife... It looks really familiar. Wait, is this... That's it. It's the knife that person was holding. This is getting really weird. There are just too many strange coincidences. Whoever the person in the mask was that attacked me last night, they were holding that knife. And that same knife was used to stab the masked man attacker we found here. So maybe this masked person got stabbed because... When they attacked, I was kind of in a trance. Maybe I reacted by grabbing the knife, and maybe then I... And if this really is Kyoko, it would mean Kyoko is the one that attacked me. But why the mask? I just don't know. I don't remember anything clearly from last night. No, it can't be. There's no way. Alright, another truth bullet. What do you think, Bakula? Good timing, Makoto. I wanted to talk to you. What do you want to talk about? I'd like to hear your alibi. Alibi? Correct. I'd love to hear where you were after nighttime began last night. Well, I was sick, so I fell asleep. But why are you asking about that now? And what's nighttime got to do with it?
Naturally.
Isn't it obvious? This murder took place after nighttime. How can you know that for sure? Because just after nighttime began, I came to the garden. I was going around looking for everyone so I could tell them about Monokuma. Hiro's been spending most of his time in the garden the last few days, so I figured he'd be here. And I can confirm that when I arrived last night, there was no body here.
In other words,
So the murder could only have taken place at some point during nighttime, after I left the garden. However, Toko, Hiro, and Hina and I were in the gym together the entire night last night. What? Once I found Hiro in the garden, we immediately went to Toko and Hina's room to get him. At that point, we all went to the gym and began dismantling Monokuma. As a precaution, we made sure not to go anywhere alone. We went to the bathroom in pairs. In other words, all 4 of us have airtight alibis. The only ones who don't have alibis are me and Kyoko.
that's right.
And if the victim really is Kyoko, then I'm the only one without an alibi. Also, when we get to Hina and Toko, we stopped by your room as well. But you never came to the door, so where precisely were you? I'm telling the truth. I was in my room, but I was dead asleep. I had a fever, so that's hardly an alibi. I know. So, what now? You seem to be quite in a disadvantage here. I'm the only one without an alibi. That's really bad, isn't it? Yeah, looks like it. What a fucking account. Are the chickens okay? I remember there's some chickens in the chicken coop. Oh, what the fuck? There's a chicken missing. I count 4 chickens. Huh? 4?
Yo.
What's going on, Makoto? Oh, I'm glad you're here. Listen, do you remember how many chickens there were in here? Of course, there were precisely 5. Yeah, right? Huh? What's wrong? There's only 4 chickens here now. We're 1 short. Huh? That's so weird. I wonder when it disappeared. I was down here just before nighttime last night, and there were definitely 5 chickens then. What are we gonna do? Going from 5 to 4 is gonna have an impact on the structure of the world. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. Even if a single piece disappears, the entire world will remain unfinished. I did my best to ignore Hiro and focus on the problem at hand. Why did one of the chickens disappear? Could it be related to the case? I don't know how fucking possibly it could be, but I guess we'll find out. Listen, Makoto, do you remember how the body looked, you know, before it blew up? If I remember right. It was wearing some kind of mask and a big white coat. And also there was a knife sticking out of the stomach, and the area around it was stained with blood. Apparently the wound had stopped bleeding, but the blood on the body was still wet. Yaku said not to touch it to avoid getting all bloody, but for how much blood there was in the body, I didn't see any way around it.
Okay.
Wow, thanks. That was a big help. Now that you explained it, I totally remember how it looked. Well, having to talk about it like that helped me remember a lot too. So thank you too. Body before the explosion has been added to triple except for the handbook. What was important about how the body looked before? You know, like, what was the real important thing there? The corpse had a mask covering its head and a white jacket covering its body. A knife had been thrust into the abdomen, and there were bloodstains around the wound. The body had stopped bleeding, but the blood was still wet. It was noted, however, that there was no blood on the ground around the body. Huh. Interesting. So who does that body belong to? Whoever it is, I'm not gonna look. I don't want to faint anymore. Alright, I get it. I get it. It's 11 o'clock right now. Okay, and? Oh, well, I was just thinking about when we first found the body. When the body was found, huh? I should look back at what I did this morning to help me remember when that was. Monokuma's announcement woke us up at 7, as usual. I headed to the dining hall. Once I got there, I met with Hina. That was right around 7:30. Then I headed to the gym where everyone else was waiting. Next, Toko went to get the pickaxe. And that's when she found the body. What time was it then? Now then, Toko, what time is it? Well, we left the gym just before 9 o'clock, so it's probably 9 on the dot now. That's right. If it had to have been around 9 o'clock. Ah, now that you mention it, I think you're right. So I think we can say for sure that the body was found at 9 a.m. Okay, my job's done. That's a pretty small job. When the body was found has been added to truthful exception of handbook. Let's look in here. Just to be sure, I should take a look around the tool shed. I have a bad feeling about this. This room is dusty and disorganized, and in other words, a pretty stereotypical tool shed. Is this a tarp? Wait, was there a tarp here before? I should probably look into that. It could be related to the case. Yeah, let's have a look. The top is wet and covered with mud and grime, but the underside is totally clean and completely dry. One side of the tarp is wet and dirty. Something about that bothers me. What? Why? That's one thing here that concerns me. Something else? This? There's something carved into the hand of the crazy diamond. It's the same thing that was written in the back of Mondo's coat. This pickaxe is connected to Mondo somehow. It's definitely intriguing, but now is not the time to worry about it. What else bothers you here? Is the lawnmower? Yeah, I don't think it has anything to do with it. What about these things? What about the mulch? I really hope there's any clues in the fertilizer. The little thingies? The little pots? These flower pots have nothing to do with the case. When I thought you said something else bothered you. Fucking liar! Oh, this is here too. The top is wet and covered with mud and grime. Yeah, I didn't think so. Alright, let's go. I think I've checked everything I need to in this area, but I'm not done yet. There are other areas I need to check. Specifically, this fragment I found before. There's somewhere I need to go in order to confirm my suspicions. And I still need to find out more about Kyoko. Is that corpse really Kyoko? If that's true... Was that also Kyoko who attacked me last night? If I can find more about that, I can answer that question. Kyoko was never the kind of person to talk about herself that much. Maybe if I can get to her room, I'll be able to find out more. But the key to her room...
It's all clear.
I wish simply to limit your options. I can't allow you to engage in any further suspicious activity. Limit my options? Give me the key to your room. I don't have a choice. I have to see if he'll let me borrow her room key. Alright. Hey, Byakuya. I have a favor to ask. If you come up with an alibi, I'd be happy to hear it later at the class trial. Oh no, it's not about that. If you have the key to Kyoko's room, I was hoping I could borrow it. I'm afraid I can't take that risk. You're the prime suspect after all. Of course, if I were to go with you, that'd be a different story. Then will you go with me? Sorry, I have my own agenda to take care of. Find me again later and we'll see. Depending on my mood, I may go with you. Or I may not. Come back later, huh? Okay, then in the meantime, I should look around somewhere else. Maybe I should check out that one area. What do you mean that one area? Oh, God. I wish you would just tell me. Nakuma's laying dismantled on the floor, but I figured it wouldn't be here.
You know?
I just found something. What is it? It's what? A bomb. That's one installing Monokuma's robot, I'm sure. Bomb? And that bomb went missing. There's no doubt about it. The fragments I found in the garden? Oh, I get it. Okay, I've checked everything else I can think of. All that's left now is Kyoko's room. I should head back to the garden and ask Byakuya. Yeah, let's go. You think we can go soon, Byakuya? You want to check out Kyoko's room, right? Very well. Let's go. Ah, wait for me! Byakuya walked off without a second glance, and I hurried after him on our way to the dorms. Alright, so let's head to her room, which is... Which one is her? This one. Ah, okay, cool. The first one. I can't unlock it myself. I need to ask Byakuya. Okay, fine. Can't we just... fuck it. Well then, here we go. Byakuya took out the key and slid into the keyhole, and then... And it's open. That looks like it. Thanks. Was that a diary? So this is Kyoko's room. Ooh, if Byakuya was a killer, he could just kill me right now. Let's see here. Well, this is the only thing that stands out, really. There's something on the table. It's a wooden decoration.
What?
What's that? What purpose does it have? I think it's probably a key? The lockers of those really traditional public bathhouses use them for their lockers. I wouldn't know. I've never gone to a public bathhouse. That doesn't really surprise me. It's hard to picture Byakuya doing something like that.
It's certainly
But if it is a
possible.
key, I think I might know what it unlocks. Really? What? Unless I'm mistaken, I'm pretty sure I saw something in the dojo that this might go to. The dojo? You want to go use it? See what's in the locker? Like, other than that, this room looks very clean. Or Byakuya, what do you think?
What?
You wanted to come here, right? So what is it you're looking for? Nothing in particular. I just thought we might find some kind of clue here. A clue that might help us understand
Come
Kyoko.
on.
You can't be serious. That's why you made me take the time out of my search to come here? Sorry. Regardless, if you plan on poking around at random, you're doomed no matter how much time you take. Surely you have something more concrete. Something to give us some sort of direction here. More concrete. Oh, I know. Earlier, Kyoko gave me something. Huh? What's this?
It's true.
Consider it a symbol of my determination. Don't open it yet. Only open it if something ever happens to me. I'm sure I have it here somewhere. Found it. What's in the envelope? Kyoko gave it to me. She said that if something ever happened, I should open it. Well, something has certainly happened, so open it. Okay? I opened the envelope and looked inside. Inside was a single piece of paper. Under the sheets.
What?
That's all that was in there? Yeah, it looks like it. Under the sheets. What could it be? Let's find out. Let's look under these sheets, girl. What you have under there, huh? But could something be hidden under the bed sheets? Part of me didn't expect to find anything, but as I lifted the sheets... What's this? I found a crumpled up piece of paper. Another piece of paper. And it's gonna tell me where the other piece of paper is. Oh shit. Class 78 student registry. Mukuro Ikusawa.
I see.
It appears to be Mukuro Ikusawa's profile. Yeah, it looks like it. That's probably the other thing Kyoko stole when she snuck into the headmaster's room, along with the key. God, you're so annoying. Fine, I'll tell you. It was a key and meh. That's it. This must be the blank that Monokuma was talking about. Kyoko said a death without meaning was unappealing, and that this is what she left behind. I don't have time for your sentimental indulgences. Hurry up and finish your search. Okay. I made an effort to put myself together, then looked down at the profile sheet. Name Mukuro Ikusawa. Sex female. The ultimate soldier. Although small for her age, she was a military specialist trained in every weapon type imaginable. She showed an interest in the military from childhood and soon found herself completely absorbed in it. In elementary school, she won a survival game tournament and began writing for military magazines. Just before entering middle school, while she and her family were on vacation in Europe, she disappeared. The story of a young Japanese girl being kidnapped quickly took over Japanese media outlets. An intense international investigation turned up no information, and she was never found. However, she reappeared in Japan 3 years later, alone and completely unannounced. She revealed that she had joined a mercenary group known as Fenrir for those 3 years. She insisted that she hadn't been kidnapped, that she had received battle training on her own volition. However, she never revealed why she decided to return home when she did. Kuro's profile has been added to the Truth Bullet section of her handbook. The Ultimate Soldier, a mercenary group. This doesn't feel real. The world I grew up in, it's like a completely different dimension. It's like one's non-fiction and the other is sci-fi. There's no way to even compare the two. That's how different this is. That was how I saw things as an ordinary person. But then,
I see.
I never imagined I would hear the name Fenrir in a place like this. Huh? You recognize it?
Naturally.
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps is a collection of battle-crazed warmongers. But they do have their uses, and they always get the job done. That's worth remembering. This is all part of a world totally removed from the one I live in. I have to say, I'm intrigued. Every rumor I've heard says that Fenrir has already... Whoa! I feel like our hero is becoming a bit player, and a bit player is becoming our hero. Ah! It's you! Huh? What have you got in your pretty little hand there? Uh-oh! You found her profile? So what if we did? Don't freak out on me. I'm not gonna hold it against you or anything. And in case you're wondering, I don't hold it against Kyoko either. Even though she stole it and hid it. After all, there's no rule against stealing, is there? But who I can't forgive is Miss Ogami, who broke the rules and busted into the headmaster's room. Maybe I'll drag her corpse out here and slice it up and devour it. Bears are omnivorous, you know. Are rule violations really so unforgivable? You're quite adamant about these regulations of yours. Of course I am. A proper school life is built on the dedication to organize and order. Which is why even I, as a school headmaster, have to follow the regulations myself. Oh, so you're saying you have to follow your own rules as well? Absolutely. I can't have you complaining about how unfair this all is, now can I? In fact, on the subject of fairness, would you like to know something interesting? Interesting? It's about the one writing all the rules. They're actually one of the participants in this killing game. What? It's probably the girl, right? I don't think I ever actually told you how many participants there actually were, did I? I was thinking I should probably clarify that. When you all first got here in the main hallway, back when there were 15 people, right? I think that first meeting may have led to a little misunderstanding among you all. A misunderstanding? Are you saying... That's right, there weren't actually 15 of you. The total number of students taking part in this killing game was actually 16. 16? Then...
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
The 16th student, Mukuro Ikusaba. She's part of the school life? So the one making all the regulations is... Why? Did you say something? Why are you telling us this? Oh, well, because... like I told you, this killing game is desperately popular. You wouldn't believe the ratings. And since we got so many viewers now, I wanted to make sure everyone was on the same page. I don't want to wake up to a hurricane of complaints and hate mail, you know. Make sense? Okay, that's all you get for now. Oh, actually, I do have some revenge to get, so I have an extra bonus for you. Revenge? I want to get back at that sneaky Miss Kirigiri, so I'm going to share a little secret with you. Seriously? You know how she wears those stupid gloves day in, day out, all the time? Well, don't tell anyone I told you, but she wears them to cover a bunch of hideous scars that she doesn't want anyone to see. What? Okay, now that's all you get. Monokuma's account is manageable section of my handbook. Kyoko wears those gloves to cover up a bunch of scars. Wait, so on the back of her hand... The tattoo. Wait, but no. Monokuma specifically said there were scars, right? And that's why Kyoko wears those gloves, to hide the scars. Which means... those fake nails on the corpse. Are you thinking about Kyoko again? Huh?
What?
Forget about her. What matters right now is uncovering Monokuma's trap. His trap? God must have really hated you to make you so dull. Don't you remember what Monokuma just told us? He said there were 16 students, right? Which means Mukuro was a student here. Obviously, Monokuma is trying to tell us that Mukuro is the one creating the rules to this game. But why would he tell us that? And why now? He said he wanted to make things clear so there wouldn't be any complaints later. But the mere fact that he said that proves that Mukuro is connected to this case. That's why Monokuma revealed the existence of a 16th student. He needs to make our investigation fair. Mukuro is related to this case? Perhaps she's the one who killed Kyoko. What? That would explain why we would have to have a class trial, wouldn't it? If she's a student and she killed someone, that would make her part of the school's killing game. Mukuro is the killer? She killed Kyoko? Anyone should be able to come up to that conclusion, don't you think? In fact, that's exactly what I thought when the investigation first began. But based on what Monokuma just told us, I've changed my mind.
It's all clear.
Mukuro Ikusaba isn't the culprit. Huh? What makes you say that? We thought Mukuro, the ultimate despair, was the mastermind's true identity. But if that's true, Monokuma's behavior makes no sense. Why would the mastermind go out of their way to reveal themselves to us? That's a good point. Mukuro gave us information that would raise question about her, would be bold, to say the least. It makes more sense then to assume that Mukuro isn't the culprit. So that's the trap. You want us to suspect Mukuro and come to the wrong conclusion. That's what makes sense to me. The way you say it, it definitely does seem possible. But if that's really true, if Mukuro isn't the killer, then who is? Well then, I believe our work here is finished. Let's move on. I'm sure there are other places in need of investigation. I should find out if the key to the dojo really are connected. Well, are you coming? Yeah, hell yeah, I'm coming. I'm here. I ain't going nowhere. Let's go. Let's go see if this locker opens. There are wooden lockers here. They use woodblock keys, just like those super traditional public bathhouses. It looks like the key we found in Kyoko's room really does go in one of these lockers.
I see.
Makoto, do you see the locker farthest to the right?
Very strange.
That's the only one that doesn't have a key in it at the moment. You understand what that means, right? I should probably use the key we found in the locker, right?
That's right.
Well, just try it. Okay. It looks like the woodblock key is inserted to the locker's matter lock, and the locker eagerly accepted the key, and it opened. Whoa, what the heck? There are arrows in here. Looks like 10 arrows. They look like they're made of titanium, which means they're quite strong despite how thin they are. Of course, without a bow, they're nothing but strong little sticks. Strong sticks. Strong sticks. Oh, there's something inside the locker. It's bloody. It's a welded ball of duct tape. I wonder what it was used for. Is that a bloodstain?
I see.
If it is, that means it must surely be related to the case. This duct tape is related to the case somehow? But how could it possibly be involved? Yeah, bloody duct tape is weird. I think that's all the locker has to offer for now. Is something wrong? It's very odd, don't you think? The locker was hiding items that were clearly related to the case. But how did the key to the locker wind up in the victim's room? Or perhaps Byakuya? Forget it. Come on, we need to continue to the next location. What next location? There's still something we need to look into. We need to do more research on Fenrir. Fenrir? You mean the mercenary group that Makura was part of? But how are we supposed to find out about that? Isn't it obvious? We're in the school. Would you like to do research on something? Research? Are you talking about the archive? That's right. The archive has all kinds of info that the general public doesn't have access to.
Let's go.
We only have so much time before the trial begins. Let's hurry. You seem very interested about that for some reason. I believe there was a fire related to Fenrir somewhere over here. Byakuya seemed to know the archive like the back of his hand and went straight to a shelf in the back. Ah, here we go. He quickly returned with the file in hand. Are you going to share with the class, Byakuya? Take a look at this. I have no idea what it says. What language is this? How did you make it all the way to high school without learning a single word of French? Now, I'm pretty sure most high schoolers can't speak French. But whatever, I'll read it for you, but don't expect you to repay your debt 100 times over. 100 times? Isn't that kind of extreme? Fenrir is an elite fighting unit based out of the Middle East. Unlike military contractors, they're a fierce group of soldiers who engage in direct combat. They claim that a single member is equivalent to an entire company of regular soldiers. Just like Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok, their mere presence is enough to strike fear into any enemy. They have been involved in countless military battles and operations, much of which are highly classified. However, some time ago, they completely ceased all activity. At present, their continued existence cannot be confirmed. There are unconfirmed reports that the key members of the group were all neutralized. Rumors indicate that they were killed to keep them from revealing that many state secrets they've acquired. Some, however, believe that there are mounting internal tensions within the group and they simply imploded. What is it? This all just sounds like some kind of alternate reality. Well, isn't it? This is our reality. The only reality. These people are part of our world. Their battlefields aren't much different than from our lives here. An unpredictable, unimaginable world. That's what makes it all so exciting. Exciting definitely isn't the word I'd use. So, did anything jump out at you? This may be your last opportunity to learn about Fenrir. Now that you mention it, the report says something about where the name Fenrir comes from, right? That's right. It said Fenrir is the Wolf of Ragnarok. Speaking of which, would you like to know something interesting related to that? To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad will get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body. What? They got a tattoo of Fenrir? Could that mean Mukuro Ikusawa's profile has been updated? I think I see what's going on here. It's clear to me now.
Time is utterly silent, and yet it constantly assaults us organisms, the earth, natural phenomena. It damages us little by little until the end. You should really think about that. Anyway, it's time to begin the class trial. So, please meet up in the usual spot. See you later.
The time has come. All we can do now is try to uncover the truth during the class trial. It would seem that way. Let's go. Let's go. Is Kyoko gonna be here? Whoa, Byakuya and Makoto showed up together. Where the heck have you two been? You disappeared without a word. We were investigating, of course. How could you not figure that out at this point? Makoto is ranked high enough for you guys to go off together? Just the two of you? What, are you jealous? Or are you making up some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself?
What?
Stop talking and brace yourselves. He'll be here any second. Any second? He could show up at any time. When I imagined what was about to happen, I immediately tensed up and prepared myself. But we stood there for a full 5 minutes, waiting for something weird to happen, and then 5 minutes became 10.
Why?
What's going on here? Why hasn't Monokuma shown up yet?
Could it be?
Maybe he died again? What should we do? Should we keep waiting here, or what? Jesus! Did I scare you?
Come on.
I demand an explanation. Why did you waste my time and make me wait like that? What? I made you wait? You've got it all backwards. You're the ones making me wait. Huh?
In other words,
I'm waiting for everyone to arrive. We can't start till everyone's here. Now can we? What are you talking about? Everyone is here. We've all been waiting for you. Sorry, but you're wrong. But I've been waiting for 10 minutes now, so it's okay if I punish the one making all of us wait, right? If we all agree it's a violation, I'll arrange punishment right now. If it's me you're waiting for, I'm here. When we heard the voice, we all spun around and looked. I'm here, and no rule's been broken. Kyoko! Kyoko, you're still alive! No, that's a ghost! Stop talking. If you want to fight, do it at the class trial. We need to save some for the fun, save the fun for later. But is this okay? There's no particular penalty for being late?
Is that
I made it here just fine. What school regulation did I violate? Am I wrong? You're so selfish, so spoiled. You're right, there's no penalty officially, but I bet you'll be sorry later. No, I'll make sure you're sorry later. Anyway, hustle your butts into the elevator. I'll be just one step ahead of you. When Monokuma was gone, we all rushed up to Kyoko. Kyoko! So you really didn't die?
indeed?
Of course I didn't die. Thank God. I'm so glad you're okay. Perhaps, but that's not necessarily a good thing for us. Huh? He's right. Now we gotta deal with a ghost. I told you, stop talking.
Let's go.
Come on, let's just go. Whatever we need to discuss, we can do it during a trial. Without ever looking directly at Kyoko, Byakuya stepped into the elevator. Master, wait for me! Good call. Who knows what might happen to us if we take too long.
But
I'd be happy when this trial is all over. One after another, everyone piled onto the elevator. But I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Kyoko before the trial started. Make it quick, I'm waiting. We're waiting. Listen, before we get started, I have to ask you. Where have you been this whole time? You used that key of yours to go somewhere, didn't you?
Correct.
So, I went to investigate the second floor of the dorms. The second floor?
That's right.
There aren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Of course, I also missed the announcement because of that. I had no idea a body had been discovered. Then when did you find out? Just now. I finished my search and came back down just in time to hear the class trial announcement. I took some time to go over the crime scene first. I can't go into a trial completely uninformed, can I? So that's when you were late. I'm sorry I kept you all waiting. But if you were on the second floor of the dorms, then that's what the key you found goes to? Actually, to be precise, not quite. I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school. What? What? I thought for a moment I thought Kyoko killed the mystery person. Hey, what are you two doing? Hurry up before we get in trouble with Monokuma. We can go over all the details after we get through the trial. Okay, Makoto? Right now, I just want to focus on surviving our current situation, because this is probably the single most crucial moment so far for me. For her? That's a strange way to put it. The class trial is important to everyone, right? So why would she say it's a crucial moment for her? Well, if that's all. Seemingly unconcerned, Kyoko made her way to the elevator. I'm just overthinking what she said, right? Oh my god. Go into the... Go. No, wait, they're waiting, go. Being the last one left, I stepped into the elevator. And the door slid shut. This time, the clunking was loud enough to hurt my ears, and the dread began to consume me once again. I can't imagine ever getting used to the mental pressure when it comes to preparing for an execution. In that dusky darkness, nobody said a word. We just stood there, silent and still. After an immeasurable period of time, the doors opened without warning. A dazzling light penetrated for every depth of my eye, but it wasn't the illuminating light of hope. Nope. It was the blinding light of despair. Ooh. What the fuck? I've been waiting for this. I feel like it's been forever since we got together like this. It's time for pointless jokes and jabs that pass. Let's get on with the show. And so the curtain opened for the 5th time. A deadly judgment. Yikes. A deadly class trial. Yes, let's save before I fuck it up. Alright, so let's... dang, unfortunately I do have class. I have a test today, and I have to study. So unfortunately I don't have the opportunity to do this class trial quite yet. So I'll have to record it a little later. I'm sorry for you. I'm sorry to keep you guys waiting on like the most exciting part. But good news is I'm sure this class trial is gonna be very exciting. Alright, catch you guys episode. It's gonna be the class trial later.